Hi, welcome to the podcast for When the Curves Line Up for December 27, 2023. Please see the article that includes diagrams of today's events on the website at whenthecurveslineup.com. Text by Jeffrey L. Hunt. In Chicago, sunrise occurs at 7:17 a.m. Central Standard Time, followed by sunset at 4:26 p.m. Here is today's planet forecast. In the morning sky, the cold moon is in the western sky before sunrise. On this full moon night, the moon's path somewhat replicates the sun's path during early summer. An hour before sunrise, the lunar orb is nearly 20 degrees above the horizon and below Castor and Pollux, the Gemini twins. It is about the same altitude, height above the horizon, as bright Capella, meaning the little she-goat, that is in the northwest. Another star, Procyon, is slightly lower than the moon and above the west horizon. Procyon, Pollux, Castor, and Capella make an arc across the western sky above the moon. Farther eastward, Venus gleams in the southeast before sunrise. The morning star rises over 3 hours before sunup. It loses 2 minutes of rising time each morning compared to daybreak. In a month, it rises about 2 hours before the sun. Then we see the planet lower in the eastern sky during morning twilight. At 45 minutes before sunup this morning, Venus is over 20 degrees above the southeast horizon. The planet steps eastward in front of Libra, to the lower left of Zubin-el Janubi and Zubina Shamali. On January 1st, the planet moves into Scorpius, passing to the upper left of Graphias, 6.4 degrees to the planet's lower left this morning. The Scorpion takes many days to fully appear above the horizon before sunrise. The Arachnid's heart, Antares, is nearly 15 degrees to the lower left of the planet and over 6 degrees above the horizon. For mid-northern latitudes, the star is making its first morning appearance or heliacal rising. The star's rosy color blends into the morning twilight, making it a somewhat challenging initial view without a binocular. During clear winter mornings, this star may twinkle wildly. Mercury and Mars are entering the eastern morning sky, although Mercury traverses its orbit considerably quicker than the red planet. The speedy planet rises nearly an hour before sunrise, 11 minutes earlier than Mars. It passes Mars in a wide conjunction this morning, but the planets are dim and hidden in bright twilight. They appear together again after Mercury's greatest elongation and Mars is higher in the sky during morning's early light later in January. In the evening sky, the cold moon is low in the east-northeast after sunset. It traverses the sky overnight, appearing in the west-northwest before sunrise. This evening, look for the lunar orb about 2 hours after sunset, when it is nearly 15 degrees up in the east. Castor and Pollux, the Gemini twins, are over 5 degrees to the left of the lunar orb. To see the stars, extend your hand to block the moon's glare as you would for the sun. An hour earlier, Jupiter, the brightest star-like body in the sky this evening, is over halfway up in the southeast. The planet nears the end of its retrograde in front of Aries' distant stars. A binocular might be needed to see Hamal, the Ram's brightest star, 11.4 degrees to Jupiter's upper left, and Menkar, Cetus Nostral, 14.5 degrees to the lower left. Saturn, remarkably dimmer than Jupiter, is over 30 degrees above the west-southwest horizon. It is over 20 degrees to the upper right of Fomalhaut, the mouth of the southern fish. Saturn sets less than 5 hours after sunset. It seems late, but with the early sunset times, this occurs shortly after 9 p.m. in Chicago. Jupiter is south about an hour before Saturn sets. The planet sets after midnight and nearly 90 minutes before Venus rises. The Venus-Jupiter opposition occurred nearly 3 weeks ago, signaling when the two planets were last in the sky together for this morning appearance of Venus. Thank you for listening. Please read the articles at whenthecurveslineup.com.